Patch 1.2.0 fundamentally changed the way that food and growth works in Civilization 7, and I think it did some amazing things to rebalance the game. And since that patch, whilst we've seen some leaders like Pachacuti become very powerful, there has been one leader on my mind, one of my favorite leaders who I've wanted to revisit because I think they are now going to be absolutely ridiculous. I'm calling it now, possibly the strongest Civ in single player in the game right now. We are of course talking about Tecumseh. 1 food and production per age in settlements for every city-state you're suzerain of. Food. Well, let's up that further with the 2 mementos, but I think I'm going to try and keep the entire run. Another food per age per settlements and another production per age. So now every city-state we're suzerain of gains us 2 food and production per age in every settlement. It's one of those abilities that builds and builds and builds. Who do I think is going to be the most ridiculous Civ for this combination? Greece. Yes, Greece. With all of the influence and the influence buildings, as well as some civics that help to gain city-states in antiquity. Deity, standard speed, continents plus, standard map. My name is Ursa Ryan. I play a lot of Civ 7, and I would like to show you this game because I think you need to know in the base game what I believe is one of the strongest leader Civ combinations that is here at the moment. So get yourselves comfortable, pop along to the Discord, link in every single description of every video I put out for the turn 1 save file, as well as a list of all of the user interface mods that I use. There are a few of them, they're really good. Let's get started. And we start on turn 1, where as you can see, we actually have a decent amount of fresh water to look at because of a navigable river to the north of us, as well as this lake and this river. The wool is a fantastic starting resource because it gives us quite a bit of production. That 1 tile is worth 3. But as you can see, we have a lot of wood cutting and we have a lot of mines in rough terrain, so the production of this start is pretty good. I'm thinking in the exploration age, I kind of want to go via Tecumseh's normal path into Shawnee. So having navigable rivers around is a really good thing, but I think I'm going to stay put for now and settle in place because there is a lot of production around my capital. Let's just enjoy it. Let's just embrace what it is to have an amazing capital with 3 extra influence. Oh, it's so good. So here it is, my beautiful capital. We're going to start using the usual route of going for scout. Greece actually starts with a unique warrior, which is fantastic. The hoplite plus 2 combat strength if adjacent to another hoplite. Basically build them next to each other. We can also get the oracle, potentially. I'm not really interested in that as much as I'm interested in the Parthenon. This, along with the monument, gives each city the potential early game to give you 3 influence each, which makes a big difference because our entire early game is going to be about finding city-states and suzeraning them as fast as possible. That's what I want to do. To help me with that, let's go for another scout. And today I'm probably going to rush the masonry start by going animal husbandry into masonry. Animal husbandry gives me production on camps and woodcutters, which is where I'm gonna probably have to go if I want to get this pasture influence. It's all about early game influence in this particular build. Tin, not a bad resource, source of horse. Ivory, the main thing is having actually quite a few sources of the iron. That does help quite a bit. Tiny bit more happiness, and we're now only 1 tile away from this beautiful pasture, which will up my capital's production from 5 to 8. Well, a city-state has actually found me, but luckily it appears to be friendly, which is very nice. See if we can go and find it. We're going to take the gold and my happiness rather than the culture today, so I can save up my gold and afford that first city as soon as possible. I like the settling quickly and unlocking that second city as fast as I can route. It seems to work really well for me. And there's the pasture with the wool. Excellent. The capital now has a ton of bonus production, which is just wonderful to see. There is the settlement. 170 influence needed to befriend. We can reduce that via the Greek tree, but we won't worry about that for now. I think a 3rd scout. We're going to rush those just purely so that we can get as many city-states as we can. This time, because there's no gold, I'm going to take the culture, which gets me through to the Greek tree faster should we wish. I can go for a pantheon, but with Deity AI. I don't think I'm going to get any Pantheon that would really be good for me, apart from maybe extra production. I would like influence on the altars, ideally, but I don't think we're going to get that. So that's mysticism. Xenia, 50% influence towards initiating and befriending independence. This is amazing. This is going to be the civic that I take throughout the rest of the playthrough. Even in exploration, we're going to be using this, possibly in modern. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But this is something that makes me very, very powerful. What I've got to decide is whether I need to go down the tree first. No, I think we're actually going to go down the Greek tree first. So let's get Xenia. 21 turns, but I think we can rush that nicely. Bit of extra culture to help me push through that tree. And charismatic leader. That'll help me get through it. Already by taking 4 turns. Exactly. Animal husbandry has just given me 1 more production on my woodcutter. That's delightful. Masonry time will help us to get the monument. There's a lot of culture down in the tundra. Let's keep an eye on that one. +1 hoplite is very, very intriguing. That would be basically 5 gold for a hoplite. Wow, that's cheap. Or 30 influence. That's going to be my build. As much as I would like a hoplite, I can use production to get a hoplite. I can't use production at the moment to get influence. So we're going to save it for what we need. Now the saw pit, that is handy enough. We'll build that so that our capital gets more production. And I'm going to put it here because I believe that's a really good thing to go and get this mine as quick as possible. The Mountain King Pachacuti, the other person who got a huge food buff in the last patch. Hello, neutral greeting. I'm going to just save my influence here. Actually, one thing I do have to think about, do I want to wait 15 turns before befriending Anna, or do I want to do it now? I don't think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to spend it now, get that ticking down, because the faster I get that, the faster all of my settlements have 2 food and 2 production. It's one of those bonuses you want to start unlocking as quickly as you can. And Anna's pretty chill. Only 15 turns to befriend them. That is lovely. Or even better, more culture. Takes another 2 turns off it. Khotan. Uh-oh. They look pretty hostile. All right, let's save my influence up again. I love the fact that Tecumseh just gets influence for even talking to city-states. I love that. Give me more of this incredibly difficult to get resource. It's fine. And Friedrich. The last few times I've started next to you, you've been incredibly aggressive, but hopefully today will be slightly different. Thera. Ooh, that is settleable for me. Let's have a quick look at the continent lens. As we go through the game, all of my settlements need to have a fishing key in them with access to the ocean, and they all need to be on the same continent. We will be playing the hub town meta into exploration as best we can for this particular build, but Thera is a really good settle, and it doesn't appear to be anything down there. In fact, hides, lots of wild game for extra food for new settlements. There's some good stuff down there. Okay, we will keep an eye out in that direction. Could be where we go to first settle, though I would like to find where the AI is so I can just hold and stop them from forward settling me where possible. Now this is a bit annoying. The next tile I want to work is this tile for the 2 production. However, I haven't yet finished the saw pits. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to be a bit cheeky here and I'm going to force end turn. Friedrich wants to give me 2 gold per turn. What this will do is effectively let me end the turn a couple of times, save the population, and then put it down once this is finished in 2 turns. It's just an ordering thing. Extra culture, tool making, that's a good celebration. That has taken another 2 turns off my Greek policy, and +1 hoplite or 150 gold. We will take the gold again. So we're at the end of the turn, shift, enter, and then we wait till the next turn. Okay, that is a lot of science, and I am very tempted, but nope, we're going to be saving our influence. We need to befriend as many of these city-states as we can. The AI may actually try and stop me from getting these. We have to be careful. Force end turn once again, and hey presto, now I can get the tile. Look at that. Clever. We've also now hit 5 population, so settler followed by settler. Let's go and claim some lovely early game resources like flax for the extra culture. Hides is really good. The culture on this Thera is also very handy. Cotton gold is a double settle. Now that's worth it, although Khotan may not appreciate me doing that. Actually, you know what? There are hides down here. I might make a settlement there and work Thera and get the hides of the capital. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. And I'll put another one up there in a bit. Yeah, okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Another city-state. Oh, the more we have, the better. Again, what we're going to do is just keep an eye out for the AI either trying to clear these or befriend them themselves. We don't want that. We want to claim all of these with full freedom. That's the idea. Don't worry if the game tells you at the beginning that that you're behind on tech and culture. You always are. That's just what happens. The AI has ridiculous bonuses. There's nothing we can do to stop that. We just have to smile and go, you be happy with what you've got for now, because I will catch you up. Oh, flax, quarry, tin, loads of good resources over here. Okay, actually, because it's less safe, I might send my first settler over in this direction and go and claim something like this. Even the wool is really good. Yeah, the whole area here is a fantastic settlement space. 25 culture for Anna. That means next turn we'll have our first Greek civic. The Great Barrier Reef. Oh my lord, that's a second wonder on the south, and actually all of the tiles can be worked. Okay, well, it looks like I'm going to be settling there. Look at that. That's perfect. As well as settling, I think I'll settle there. Zenia, toolmaking, goodbye. In you go, befriending independence. Let's work on Khotan, which is already being worked on. You see, this is why it's really, really good to spot this stuff early. We're going to need to add influence here. Make sure we claim it over Pachacuti. Do not want Pachacuti to win that one. I'm also now going to go for Agogi, which will unlock the Parthenon. The Acropolis, by the way, is well worth considering because this is 2 gold for every city-state I'm suzerain of. So it sort of adds a bonus on top of the food and production we were already getting. Okay, there is Rome. I think I might forward settle Rome here, which is exactly what I would do and get myself into trouble. Just the resources are so good. It's the gold, the cotton, the fact that I can still put a fishing key down. I'm going to try and settle that. It's going to annoy him, but Greek units are pretty good at defending. I trust in my ability to hold out. Maybe. Independent being lured away. I know, but I only need 67 to boost that. Oh, it's a good flooded river above. Very nice. And as you can see, Pachacuti's a little bit ahead, so I will throw some more influence there, and only in a few turns we should take the lead. Let's see if Pachacuti responds. Oh, my scout got hit pretty badly there. Run away. Nothing so far. Good. Yep, next settlement, I'm just going to go down and claim there. Or do I want to go for the barrier reef? I think I want to go for the barrier reef. It's, again, these are very, very risky because I'm playing with fire with the city-states, but I like to push it, you know? That's just how we play. Masonry unlocked. Fantastic. So more production on my mines and quarries. Let's now unlock pottery for the brickyard just to really cement that production. We've got a 7-ton monument, but let's just build 3 or 4 hoplites. I can keep a bunch of them over in this settlement just to stop anyone from trying to destroy me. Whereas we're fixing ourselves with more mines in the capital. Let's throw down with more production. Here's the first city-state. It's Arna. The megalith is amazingly fun, but I think we're going to go just for 3 civic and start to spiral that as quickly as we can. So here we go. Mysticism, and we can choose a pantheon. City patron goddess has been taken as we feared, but stone circles is available. Considering all the rough terrain I have, I think this is just an easy pick. We could also go God of the Sun. I like that. Or God of Wisdom, but I think God of the Sun is more reliable just on a little bit of everything. But no, we'll go for the production. And there is a diplomatic policy slot, which is good because it means I've almost got access to this. Let's take the +1 influence. It's not a lot, but in this run, every little helps. And here's a quest. Do I want +1 hoplite by defeating 3 units, or become suzerain of an independent power for 50 influence? I'll claim that because I immediately win it. Look at that. Haha. So this one is technically befriended still. I will win that. So we're actually going to work on the 3rd one next. Spread the influence around as best we can. That settlement kind of scuppers my plans a little bit, no matter. As long as the settlement has a fishing key. The fishing key is the important bit. Do I want to focus on getting the wool and the horse, or the gold and the cotton? I think the gold and the cotton is most important, so I'm going to just move 1 tile to there. We still have a fishing key available. Yeah, a little bit annoying that that was stolen from me, but we were just a couple of turns. We were actually blocked by like 2 turns by a city-state unit there, so it got its revenge. Revenge for what? I'm not sure, but it was revenge. Oh, the settler has been trapped. I don't think we're going to get fully down. I might have to settle here and just accept the fact that we're going to take some salt for units, some jade, and there are some hides over here. Actually, this isn't the bad place for a settlement at all. I'll take that, as long as the settler doesn't die. If the settler dies, we've got a lot of trouble. We've got some explaining to do to the budget police. Settlement number 2. Haha. Okay, let's get that cotton as fast as possible. Remember as well, we get 2 food and 2 production because I have 1 city-state. And let's start working on the next one now. now. Oh, that warrior is coming down to attack me. Well, luckily for me, I have a hoplite. I am making actual units. Look at me with an actual early game unit build. What is this? What is this craziness? And here's settlement number 3. Again, the food and the production is coming in quickly. The production just gets translated to more gold. So the more city-states we have, the better. But looking at all of this, I'm going to have to annoyingly get myself a slinger. Whilst I wait for the hoplite to come in, I would have liked to have saved all of my gold. I just don't want this settlement to get killed immediately. And there's the salt, which I'll put into my capital. And already we're now 1 turning hoplites. Haha. Oh, that's great. That's just lovely. A Khotan is going to do some damage over in Ekaber, which isn't ideal, but 1 turn away from them just chilling out and being my bud. So I'll take that. That's fine. Slinger can now do the work down in Unimatrix 0. Military aid again. Thank you, Friedrich. And we have 1, 2, 3 hoplites as well as a slinger. I think we might be able to get away with just that. I think we should build the altar to get the production. I'm going to put it on the top of the saw pit in order to get the extra science and culture from the adjacency of a quarter to the palace. Low happiness. Look, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's a minor bit of unhappiness. Okay, Unimatrix 0. It's still taking some damage, but as you can see, the introduction of this hoplite has given us a bit of respite. Production on palace or 50 gold, saving up the gold. Save up for the first city, and it's just the extra food. We only have a single city-state here at the moment, but it's already helping, and we've overtaken Pachacuti. Excellent. Friedrich has actually started to work on this city-state. This is annoying. We're being competed with everywhere. All right, I have to save up a bit more influence, and +1 codex or 75 influence. Now, I would really, really like the codex, because I think I need the codex in order to reliably get the 10 that I need to get the science points, but the influence would mean that I could start working on this city-state immediately. Just put it in context, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 available inventory once you take the Civic. If you don't claim this, you always regret it. So I'm going to regret it, and I'm going to go for the 75 influence, because that now allows me to immediately throw in a bit more on this one, make sure we claim it, make sure nobody steals it from me, and we can go from there. But you're going to denounce me? Fine, okay. Gonna be one of those games. We don't mind that. We can handle it. We can continue exploring. We can continue to find more city-states. As I say, Greece is a very good defensive civ. How long until this one chills out? 7 turns. All right, Ekaber will need some reinforcements then. Luckily enough, they're on the way. Cotton. Throw that into the capital for a bit more production. And I'm going to go for the hides first before anything else. So let's just work that tile. The next population will claim that. With science and food or the culture. We're going to go culture to unlock our unique building as fast as possible. Agogi. Parthenon. It's available. Hoplites gain +1 combat strength for each city-state and suzerain. It's fun, but we don't need to rush it. Instead, we're going to go on the mysticism mastery to unlock clan networks. And instead of this culture, I'm going to go for the +6 gold, which is just a lovely thing to have. Kefnes, new city-state being befriended by Tubman of all people. No, not Tubman. Sorry, I should use her official title. Tubman. Gosh, she's always got it out for me. The terror of Tubman. Am I friend or foe? How come I have to be one or the other? Can I not just be in the middle? Can I not just be Mr. Annoyingly Neutral? Does that not count? Apparently not. Irrigation up next to get the settlement limit. Gee, that's good reason for maybe sticking in the Greek tree. 2 culture for each city-state I'm suzerain is not a bad thing. And then +1 settlement limit. Okay, let's get the food, and then I'm going to dive back into that. I will spend just a little bit. Oh, no open borders. Friedrich is going to be angry with me again. One of those games, and Ostia has just been settled. Oh man, that's so annoying. Look, sometimes the game forces me to conquer. I'm just pointing that out. That's going to be really isolated and very indefendable. If Friedrich decides to denounce me, then I might be able to take advantage of that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. +3 production on the brickyard, putting it on a fairly useless tile like this one. And it strikes me that the Parthenon might still be bugged. +2 influence if placed on rough terrain. It's not showing up at the moment as giving me that resource. We'll give it a go. I hope that that will work, but I don't actually know if it will. We'll see. We'll hope that the game isn't bugged. There used to be a bug with the Parthenon where it just didn't work properly. I was under the impression that it had been fixed. Maybe it has not been fixed. Let's start befriending the economic city-state to my north. That's the 4th. And +1 hoplite. I love the fact that you get a 3 hoplite from the military city-state. That is beautiful. Oh, that's a settler being attacked and killed, but maybe we'll have a Mississippian settlement thrown near us, which would be very interesting because it would give us more influence and I could use that to befriend more city-states. Not necessarily a bad thing, that. At all, no. Sometimes the forward settling can be of benefit to you. Not always, but sometimes. Wow, there's a lot of natural wonders around here, and that's quite close. Still on the same continent? It's still on the same continent. Okay, well, we'll go and have a look at that. Gold. Now I can buy in buildings cheaper. That's amazing. And hides 3 more production to the capital. That's 27 production now, especially with the brickyard going down. Big production numbers in that settlement. Caithness has been taken. Egypt Tubman strikes again. No matter. We have a 2nd iron, which means our hoplites are more powerful, but that's a 4 production, 1 food tile. Look at that. That is a tasty tile. Delicious. That's a bit of yum. Oh, every time I want to go and explore, like, I keep getting blocked off by more of these hostile units. Please stop being hostile. I think Eckeberg is probably not a bad shout for a city being right on the border with Rome. Doesn't have a huge amount of rough terrain though, so maybe Unimatrix 0 has more production with all of these woodcutters and all the culture. Actually, to be fair, this might be it. I can launch a naval attack on Ostia. 500 gold. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make this into my 2nd city. Okay, so we're going to move some stuff over. We're going to move the cotton down, and I'm going to move the hides down just for a bit of production. 12 now. Actually, I realize there is absolutely no rough terrain down here at all. I thought there'd be at least 1 tile. There's not. That's ridiculous. Okay, so we can never get the influence on the Parthenon. Never mind. We'll get the monument instead, I think, but not before Saw Pit lines up with Brickyard. Production to make production. When does it ever end? I don't know. Can you let me in? No. Oh no. Your scout is dead. You've condemned me to death, but I actually found Lavender before the end. Fantastic. It's another one to work on. Yeah, there's no way this scout is surviving. Run away! And 2nd city-state bonus. Okay. Now, if I do go to war, I'm going to be using inventory units. Now, the hill fort is really tempting. Don't get me wrong, but I'm already getting +1 combat strength from every city-state. I want to just stack on our hoplites and make them even more powerful. So we're going to go for marker. Yeah, I'd love hill fort. I really would, but marker is the play. Bam. And with this, I just gained a civic that I was already working on, which is a bit annoying. We'll take the gold off, put the food on. Now, every settlement is gaining 6 food and 4 production, which is going to really help with the growth now. +1 hoplite, because I don't have any commanders yet, and 2 culture for every city-state I'm choosing of. That's already worth 4 per turn. Amazing. 25 extra influence. I could get 150 happiness, but lower all independent power relationships by 2. No, that sounds awful. It sounds very, very against the strategy that I've been going for today. So you can see already +4 combat strength from city-states, and the hoplites are going to scale very well, especially because I can even boost them in my own tree. Yeah, the scout's dead, but Laventa, befriend. We'll have to boost that one, I think. Do we start building wonders anytime soon? I do have access to at least a couple, like pyramids. I mean, I'm always tempted to build pyramids. No, I'm not quite ready. Bit more culture, push through the tree, gain the gold again. Oh, my scouts are just being decimated. Ouch. Oh, my hoplites, I decided to stand both of them on floodable terrain. That's very much my fault for doing that. More culture, more gobs, city-states are on the way. And I think I am getting influence. Yes, okay, the Parthenon, it was bugged in the way that it was saying I wasn't going to get anything, but I did. Amazing. So Eckeberg continues to grow. The silk is out of range, but these horses are not. So we will horse around and try and claim them. And there comes the denunciation. Okay, so Rome is going to attack me, or will give me the opportunity to attack them, which is great. That is actually incredibly handy because it leaves Ostia open. So we're going to get 2 settlement limit, and I can take Ostia. Maybe we can even take Neapolis. I don't know. We'll see where Friedrich decides to deploy his army. But he's opened the door to me, and that probably will be his undoing. Oh, that's a lot of culture. Look at that. Bam. Very nice indeed. So I'm going to go and grab that salt for more unit production, and you can see, look look at all of this beautiful production. The city-states will give us all the food we need. We don't need to worry about claiming more. Odeon is now finished, which means now we have the Acropolis making 4 gold per turn. Beautiful. Let's get the monument done. I mean, that's probably the best tile we can do through it, which is saying something. Then I'm going to do the granary, which will put a quarter next to the Acropolis, and then we can think about really focusing on getting an army up. Yeah, Friedrich might come to try and attack here, but he's going to regret it because my hoplites are powerful and I am backed up by an increasing amount of city-states. Yeah, this honestly is the biggest miscalculation of this run so far. No rough terrain down in Unimatrix 0, so we don't have the ability to build a powerful Parthenon. No matter, there is a +3 monument. I'll put that down instead. That will give us like +1 influence, so we'll get up to 18, which helps me to claim the city-states. Laventa, we're working and boosting that now. This city-state is 4 turns away, and this one is only 2. Yes, this is good. The more city-states we find now, the better. Look, I actually have a fairly decently sized army here. Friedrich has a bigger one, but not by a large amount. I have an army that, you know, can defend, it can do things. We'll see how this goes. You never know. Right, this is gonna make, yep, there we go. Friedrich is now hostile because I've stolen his city-state, and I'm actually going to, do I want wonder production or do I want obscene culture? I think I'm gonna take obscene culture. That's +2 culture to monuments. Every city-state, I've already got 3, so that's a lot of extra stuff, and discipline unlocks the commander. So, General Waffles, do I use you to defend or do I use you to attack? We're actually gonna go and attack. Sometimes you attack, sometimes you defend, sometimes you do it all. Cultural point. Delicious. We had another 6 culture when we finish that monument as well. And there's the wall. So we have fortified on that tile, and we have city-states that will be defending. I've been in the theater too long and hunger for the sound of cannon. Oh, I'm angry though. I'm very, very angry. 2 culture for every city-state. I'm suzerain of and +1 settlement limit. Here we go. Here we go. So an invitation to war. I can now bolster military cheaper with city-states, which is quite exciting. Or promote growth. Let's bolster military. That's quite entertaining. You've left your slinger exposed. I'm going to bring you back and heal. Let them bring a unit in and go 1, 2. Kill that slinger. General Waffles. Yeah, make your way down. Ostia remains open. Vulnerable. Diplomatic attribute point. Yes. Influence towards befriending and initiating progression. So Laventa, we can now throw in more stuff. Yeah, you think you're going to be claiming that? No, I'm going to put a 3rd amount in that. Not going to happen. Is mine. Now, writing into bronze working. I would like a Steely if we can build it, but archers and level 2 hoplites will give me a big military boost. And where is, there we go. Hoplites gain 1 combat strength for each city-state I'm suzerain of. This will make them so powerful. Yep, they're going to just keep attacking, are they? Fine. That's okay. Ashoka. Neutral greeting. Neutral greetings to all. So do I want an alliance with another civilization to gain a diplomatic point? I'm going to pop it there just in case something crazy happens. You never know. You really do never know. And production or, no, 3 holders, that will produce a lot of gold down the line. Discipline boosted there. Gate of All Nations is now buildable. How long for Gate of All Nations? It's quick, you know. Jono's got 33 production. You know what? I'm going to do it. Let's go. Gate of All Nations. Unimatrix 0. More troops, please. Other city-states. There's one to the north that's being befriended. Frustrating. And Moreau is a possibility. Okay, great. We'll work on Moreau next, and that will reveal more of the map. Attacking with a hoplite holds. We get some good healing. Now we attack. Oh, it didn't get the kill, unfortunately, but never mind. We'll just move our units around further, and we can get that kill. Haha. And the army has now stacked itself with General Waffles, Ostia. We're going to sneak attack. We were ready for this war. Were you? I don't think you were ready for this war like we were. I'm just saying. Yep, they've moved away. Not going to help you. And look at that +12 combat strength now on the hoplites. So that is 1 for every city-state from Tecumseh, and then 1 from being Greece. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, sorry. 1 from Tecumseh, 1 from Greece, and 1 from the military policy of that city-state. And we're going to be claiming more city-states soon. Moreau needs only 85 to start. Hey, Tubman, would you like military aid? Yes, Tubman would. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, that's a little bit of extra combat strength here. So archers and Ostia. Oh no, they're going after my city-state. No, don't do that. Really, seriously, don't do that. That would be highly annoying. All right, we're going to have to rush forward here. Make sure that we counterattack before they can do anything. Yep, they're attacking me. Good. I'd prefer them to attack me. Everyone move forward. Get that attack in as soon as you can. We have to keep our city-state alive. I do not want that to get killed. Attack, push forward. Review to that. Attack. Haha. General Waffles now has assault. Means we can put units down and then immediately have them move. Come on. Strike at Ostia. We can do it. We must do it. Actually, unit matrix 0. If I just give you the salt, that's actually better percentage-wise because you're doing nothing but producing units right now. Hoplite spam. Let's get Code of Laws now. Stop attacking them. Leave them alone, please. Gate of All Nations. Tecumseh and Gate of All Nations is a hilariously powerful combo. +2 for all war support. Now, I was currently on a -1. No, -2 because of Friedrich putting influence in. That has just neutralized it to 0, which has given me all of my happiness back. Oh, I don't have any happiness. Well, it should have done anyway. We'll work on that. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about that. My influence is being spent in better places, like on Moreau. Let's claim this. Oh, great people with only 1 charge. That is tempting. All right, go on, man. I'll have 1. I'll go for 1. Attack Ostia. We can do it. We must do it. We will lose some influence here. I think it's -2 for every occupied settlement, but we can all agree it's worth it. Especially when you have access to the Great Barrier Reef like it does. Oh, Legion. How does a hoplite stand up to a Legion? It doesn't. Well, that's entertaining. Never mind. +2 combat strength for infantry units when attacking. And I believe that is Ostia taken. Yeah, -2. Haha! You're mine now. And look at all of this bonus food and production. 8 production, 8 food. Delicious. So I'm going to need you just to sort of survive for a little bit. Give my units a place to heal. Give my units a place to recover, but we should be fine on that. As you can see, look, the Legion are now marching across to come and deal with me. It's not going to work, though. I have seized this. This is where Tecumseh is really strong. We have all of that extra food coming in from the town just being connected to city-states, but now I could make that into a focused town, and all of that food would go into the capital, and then we could start growing the capital out like an absolute wild thing. I think that might be the play. Although we could get a granary to boost it up even more. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. And we'll go for farming town, which makes this into 28 food. And now Jono, has just almost doubled. Activate on an Acropolis to give this city signs per turn equal to 50% of its influence yield. Oh, that's 3.5. That's awesome. Yeah, okay, that was pretty good. And my capital at the moment is quite busy, building wonders, but it's good to know. I think Moreau might be being killed, which is unfortunate. Maybe I can stand my scouts in the way and stop it from being killed. Nope, I can't. Oh no. Friedrich is not giving me anything in a peace deal, so we'll just chill. Oh, somebody else attacking now. That is Pachacuti. And they're going to go after this city-state. Not ideal, but unfortunately for you, you've timed that exceedingly badly because not only have I got writing, but I have now just unlocked the La Venta. So that's another +1, 2, 3 combat strength on my hoplites, which is lovely stuff. We'll get the culture hit. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought we'd be able to finish that. We're about to get a 3 civic. I would have liked Code of Laws to be finished. No matter. Jono, up to 43 production. La Venta. Science buildings receive extra science for every city-state I'm using now. That would be 5 science per library, which would give me way more than the 3 techs at the moment. So we'll go Philosopher's Circle. And it's giving me Code of Laws. Oh, I was 1 turn off finishing that. That's so frustrating. Never mind. Okay, libraries have to be finished as a priority. In fact, I'm going to spend the gold in Jono to get that library in as fast as possible. We don't have many good ones, to be honest with you. Battle 2. So it says it's going to be a 4 science. No, it's not. It's a 9 science library. It's good. It's very good. Can I just stand on top of Moreau? I can. I think I can just leave my scout there and stop them from raising it, which is cheeky, I know, but then I can claim it and I can keep it relatively safe, which would be very, very nice. Now, what sort of unit is that? Is that just a trader? I think they declared war on me on the same turn they were going to start trading with me, which is not clever, but I'm not going to complain about that one. Look at this archer. It looks so ferocious that I've now got +15 combat strength from city-states and I can now destroy. This is without a commander. Don't let me make the attack. And again, another archer just available for me to hit. Do some pillaging around here and make sure that we heal as much as we can. I do not want Khotan to be destroyed, so I'm just sending a couple of hoplites to the north to go and defend it. As I say, keeping city-states alive is sort of the really difficult difficult but important part of this run. Yeah, look, they've gone away now. The pathing is all wrong. What are you going to do? Nothing. And a trade to Anna gives me all of these resources to help me grow my towns out. Amazing stuff. Push in, kill the archer, move that there to stop this archer re-embarking onto the land. We'll pillage that mine, get some health, and then the city center is going to be very attackable. We've even got a slinger now stood on the cliff, stopping people from getting over. Now the Legion is going to start hitting the city state again, which is not ideal, but no matter. They can throw units at me as much as they want. I don't think it's going to work. It might do. It might work, but it shouldn't work. Trade route finished. The wild game is for food in towns. So it's one of the rare resources you actually do want to put in your towns to help them grow. All of that food from Ekaber is going back to the capital as well. Lovely. Right, maybe attacks. Oh, 70 damage. You just give it to me in a piece down. It's always worth having a look. Sometimes they'll just go, oh, panic. We're being killed. Quite rightfully so. Not in this instance, alas. Come on, Moreau. Join us. Join us quickly, please. Walls are down. Start doing damage to that unit. It's probably going to keep healing is the only problem. We'll have to bring some ranged troops in behind. But I have reinforcements. They are on the way, and I've got another library having just finished there for 9 science. Nice. Second wonder built. Hanging gardens in my capital. It's just been building wonders whilst my army goes to war. So much production flooding in from the city-states. This gives me an expansionist point, which is very, very handy if I want to make more settlers later. Not that I'm having to make too many settlers, because at the moment, well, the settlements are kind of being given to me. Well, not given to me. I'm very much taking them, but you know, that's also fine. More kills though. Army is being taken apart one step at a time, which is very nice to see. If we can take Neapolis, I think we'll ask for peace. I'll take my victory and then we'll just sort of run away from there. 3 production on this. Oh, Jono, 48 now. Lovely. That's a good mine as well. Bit of happiness, some more resource. Not that I have any space at the moment, but later I might. And I'm going to go and claim these as soon as I can. There will be a fishing key on this tile, so this will get replaced. But I'm going to have to fish all of these ones eventually. So I'll start working down this way. We'll start working the Great Barrier Reef as soon as we can. Speaking of, we are going for bronze working. Maybe I should have gone sailing first. We'll get sailing afterwards. Tactics. If I want to build more units, now I can. I have the power of Sun Tzu, which is quite the power indeed. Moreau is almost on board. Leventa is now being killed though. That's annoying. I would rather you didn't. I would rather we just stopped all this, all right? Right, keep and rename. Cleven Feathers, you are back in and you're going to make a nice space for my hoplites to heal. I could attack Roma at this point. It is sort of tempting. It is sort of tempting. So, I mean, maybe we should. But I do want to keep Leventa alive, and the armies to the north are causing me problems. I can't quite hold them back. I do need reinforcements up here. You know what? For the influence, Weiyang Palace might be useful. Do I have any grassland in my capital? I do, actually. So we can build the palace. That's great. How much army have you still got left? 34. So you've actually still got half of my army, which is more than I would like to see. Oh, there's a lot of army. Yeah, I can't afford to get stuck in this with all my city-states being killed. Friedrich is giving me a city for peace. I feel slightly guilty taking it because I just don't think it's fair. So let's just propose the peace deal. We now have peace. And now I can relocate my army to the north, keep Leventa safe. Maybe we could take over Choctaw, but it doesn't have access to the sea. So I'm sort of tempted to say no to that. I think just keeping Leventa alive would be reward enough. Rome is a trading opportunity, apparently. Well, of course it is. In fact, actually, it's a pretty good trading opportunity. I will send it a merchant. I have the gold. Let's get it done. City-state bonus. Let's go gemstones. Bit of extra production. Code of laws boost. Emile Bell. Diplomatic attribute point. And a unique endeavor that we could use to be friends with someone like Tubman. No more city-states, alas. Yes, Levent has boats. Good, 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 good. Keep defending. No one's giving me open borders. Tubman is, though. Okay, cool. Go and see. I can go through Tubman's lands and find anything new. Oh, it's the way the ground gets set on fire by the Mississippi. Burny arrows. They're really horrible. Don't worry. General Waffles is here. General Waffles does not mess around in the defense of city-states. Here we are. I think Ekabat. Time has come. Third city. Huzzah! Right, let's start building you up. The saw pit. Actually, like a monument might be better there. Let's put the monument there. And then also a library. Put you there. Just make sure that both tiles have been moved. Now I can reallocate population to give you just a little bit more production. Like that tile and that that tile. 26 productions, looking good. We'll buy some more buildings here. But yeah, 3 cities is amazing. That's a good number to have in antiquity, I think. Not the perfect number, but a good number. Oh, the burning tile. The burning tile is annoying. Capital has Great Steely. 200 gold for building this and 200 for every subsequent wonder. Unfortunately, it's my 3rd wonder, which means that I've wasted 400 gold building it in this order. But as you can see from that very obtrusive Acropolis in the foreground, we are now building some good adjacency on that. As you can see, we've got 12 gold, 10 culture, 3 happiness, 2 influence on that tile. Lovely stuff. Jono, you certainly know what you're doing. With that delightful saw pit. Can't build it yet, because I need to finish these 2 buildings before it lets us build another one. That's fine. And the camel. Okay, the trade route to Roma is really good. It's still unfortunately doesn't stop him from hating me, but we can now build on this. Actually, we need the happiness for the celebration because I do need to start building wonders faster. This is a good opportunity to just build my capital up a little bit more with more flax. I can put 2 of those in. We'll put the pearls into Unimatrix 0, making that happy again. Excellent. The resources are starting to pile in. I don't know how Laventa survived, but I'm glad it did. Very glad it did. Haha! The hoplites arrive. Reinforcements have arrived. And now we can put the pressure on Pachacuti. You can see just how much stronger my hoplites are. Let's get these burning arrows dealt with as soon as possible. Level 3. Cavalry units when attacking. I don't have any cavalry units at the moment, but we've just finished bronze working, so maybe we're not far off that. Sailing would be useful, because then I can actually embark my units. We'll go from there. There's the celebration. 15% production towards wonder building. Get it done. 2 influence per turn. Just waiting to try and find more city-states, but I will put the squeeze on just by supporting myself a little bit. Military aid accepted from Tubman. Yay! At least 1 person likes me. Only 1. That's all we're getting. Just the 1. All right, we're going to propose peace. If I keep 1 person at war and anyone allies, they will just draw other people into the war. But now I can reinforce. Yeah, look there. Yeah, he's allied with Friedrich. That explains a lot. Keep the city-states nice and safe. Upgrade all of my troops with some gold. Heal everyone up and just be safer in case another attack comes, which it might. Barracks. Finish that in Unimatrix 0. The altar needs finishing as well. Thank you. Just get that done. More production on top of more production. But look, the empire's starting to grow. And even this monument can now be rushed because it's going to give me... Yeah, that was 15 culture. Oh, that's just not on. Sailing. Nimble is where my money is going to go for a little bit because I need a +5 food fishing key to replace that fishing boat so I can then remove the population. Oh, well, I will do that in a second when the game actually lets me to. Oh, yeah, culture went in a celebration. That's a good chunk. All right, here we go. Now we can start getting the Great Barrier Reef. This is why we were here in the first place. Look at that extra science. Oh, it's delightful. Writing mastery, codex, and +1 science on all the science buildings. I have 3 libraries. Oh no, terracotta armies being built. I am 3 turns off completing it. And as you can see, we have 2 groups of 3, or no, a group of 4 dudes, group of 3 dudes, group of 4 dudes. There are no dudes, 0 dudes. So we're currently winning that race. For how long? No one knows. I just realized Tubman settled all the way over here. Cheeky. Well, I wasn't. To be fair, I was busy stealing other people's stuff, so I can't really complain. Citizenship. Extra food in towns. Oh, that just helps me to grow even more. I still have the same amount of dudes. The dude count over here is still small. There are a couple there. They're maybe catching up, but I think we're okay. Oh, +2 combat strength in all units. That would have been helpful before. Never mind. Quelia. There's so many like little tiny islands down here. I'm just looking for more city-states. There might be more city-states. There's always the opportunity for more. Look at this. I've got loads of dudes now. Dude update. Still not many. Okay, we might have this. Unless the game decides to steal it from me at the last minute, which, you know, it might. Never take that away from the AI. It always has that opportunity just to be super cruel. Think we might be okay, and that might give us, yes, the military policy point. So we can either go +5 combat strength against city-states, but I think it's probably worth having the 1 war support because I feel that I'm going to get attacked again at some point. Oh no, terracotta army isn't the point, is it? No, it's the 3 commander. Oh, no matter, that's still entirely welcome. All right, you make your way over to the next battleground so you can see Waffles is just guarding the north, Mushkin off to the east. More barrier reef. I'm just going to get a granary here as well. Spend a little bit of gold to do it because I can move that population as well and get another one. Oh, nimble. Look at the science. Like a cheeky eliminate science from a town is nothing to blush at. That is amazing. I mean, currency will now put some specialists down in Jono. Oh, another city-state. Another city-state. My scout might get killed by the boat here, but if I can find it before it does, that would be huge. I thought we'd found them all. But then I looked in this tree, and you can actually scroll down and see there are still 2 on the map. One, Tubman is working on. The other one was totally 3. Oh no, Tubman started working on that as well. So Tubman knows where it is. Oh, it must be somewhere. Maybe it's in this space. Oh, we need to go and find it. I'll find it. Don't you worry. Oh no, the scout got hit in one go. Oh, that's so annoying. And it got attacked by this one. Okay, that is the city-state we want to go and find. Oh, that's really annoying. Moreau, I'm going to have to borrow your unit for 100 influence. No, no, no. Why is that so expensive? That's far too expensive. What about La Venta? Can I borrow a boat? 100. I feel like that's probably a better value thing. Unless I send this scout over to go and get it. I'll try, but I need to do multiple hit. Fine, I'm doing it. Levy. Oh, it's so expensive, but I need to go find that city-state. Oh, well, they're not going to let me through, are they? That was a total waste. Why did I do that? Oh, silly Ursa. Never mind. So we have another settlement limit now. How many military points are we on? We need to settle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we don't conquer anything else. That's very doable. I'm going to go for literacy first, but then we'll head to entertainment after. Pyramids in the capital. Not really a big one, but it's often highly competed, and I'm getting those wonder points at one tile that applies to. So it's pretty rubbish, but the adjacencies are there if I want them. As you can see, we're just building as many of these as we can. Keep building the wonders. We have 5 of them. Unimatrix 0 is working on Weyang Palace. Ekabera is working on Petra. We're even going for Nalanda. I've just got so much culture. I feel not confident, but I feel hopeful that we could in theory get it. It's unlikely though, but we'll try. Currency. So specialists are now on the menu, which is good. I think Nimble is connected everywhere. I'm gonna put you on food focus. You're just too good on food focus. Annoyingly, these tiles count as expedition bases, so they don't get boosted by the growing to a fishing town, but you know what? That's fine. I'll take the +5 trade rate range. Could be quite handy if I do end up putting some merchants down. Clement, you're getting specialized as well. Okay, now we can start getting actual specialists in our 3 cities and start working the libraries. Oh, Pachacuti, why? Why do you insist? Fine. All right, if we have to kill you, we will. I just would rather not because this settlement is just useless to me. But fine, Let's upgrade this armor. 440 gold. Oh, I really don't want to. I'm going to move the army round. I'm going to try and clip and attack a lot of these units. You can see we have access here. Try and knock the general immediately, which would be rather useful. It does mean, as Waffles arrives, that I believe Friedrich is going to attack as well. So Roma may be on the cards here. Roma may be on the cards. We might actually have to just start building army everywhere, which is annoying. And Tubman is denouncing me as well, which means we've got a clean sweep. That is a clean sweep, people who don't like me. Never mind. Yep, here it comes. This is a very defensive war, but defensive wars, we might be all right. I actually did levy this galley, so it can go and attack Roma directly. And speaking of, all of my gold will be used to buy more troops, but we're just gonna be really bold here. I'm gonna try and just take Roma immediately. That city-state is doomed. Oh, there's nothing I can do to save that at all, apart from just flooding galleys into this space. If we can get more galleys in this sea and just control it, that would be really handy. Get an archer there as well. Come on, find the city-state. Find it. Oh, that city-state's getting killed. That's really bad. Oh no, what was that? Petra. Petra got finished by Rome. Okay. Well, honestly, that's fine. I can convert Petra into army, which is probably for the best. And my galley has actually managed to sneak around and attack Roma. Here we go. This is really positive. Can we sneak through? Can we get the kill before anyone can stop us? I think we probably can, you know. The northern fight doesn't look more stable, but it certainly looks a little bit less scary. So I'm going to leave a token force down. I'm going to go and bring Waffles down to try and defend Unimatrix 0, which is now being surrounded whilst it tries to build a wonder. Not a very clever thing for it to be doing, yet here we are. Now the specialists come in as well. Here we go. Big numbers appearing now. This is where the science begins to build. And that is the city-state. Amazing. Okay, I don't have the card in right now to boost it. Or did I put it in? No, I took it out. Oh, that's really annoying. But I need to start this as soon as possible. And then we need to keep boosting it. That's where all of my attention's going to go. Unimatrix 0 does not have anywhere near the sort of happiness that it needs needs to survive too many specialists, but we're going to do it anyway. Mushkin, this is probably going to be an absolute folly of an attack here, but try. Just try. You never know. These Legion, they can get hit aside. The galley comes in. The defenses are destroyed. I make a sacrifice play there. Oh, it didn't die. Amazing. Roma is mine. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's keep that. Tell you what, who's salty now? Not me. Not me. We'll hold back as long as we can. 20 population. What a settlement. What yields, even though it's unhappy and in unrest. That is huge for me. I was like, why is this broken? Where have my camels gone? And then I realized the game's got confused because I just stole the camels again. Haha. Silk Roads now is giving me just a little bit more. Excellent. I don't need many more points. 5 more for Silk Roads to be finished. The Great Library I'm trying to work on. That one is a little harder. I think I've just stolen another library though. So that is my 4th library. Did I get a monument here as well? No monument, I don't believe. That's unfortunate. Sometimes you get lucky. Oh, it's a desperate fight in the south though. It's a desperate fight, but reinforcements are arriving. Just hold in there. Someone else at war. Oh no. Tubman is declaring a surprise war against me and I am the one with war support. +5. Why is the world deciding to attack me all of a sudden? No idea. Emil Bell, however. I was gonna give you all kinds of deals. You were going to be my friend. You were going to be the best of us. Never mind. Instead, we will take the 12 science and 12 culture, 2 for each city-state with Susa and Elf. Now, the good thing about what Tubman's just done is she's just given me a ton of influence. So I should be able to steal this city-state now. I'm just going to wait to be able to put my card in next turn. And 10% production towards wonders because we have built the Emil Bell. Makes that even better. Make some troops now. I'm sorry. We need more troops. Oh, look, these galleys. They are doing exactly what I'd hoped they would. They're just securing this bay from naval invasion. More specialists. Get into the library. Wonder how much army Tubman's going to throw at me. 154. She's been doing nothing but build army. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. She's probably going to kill this city-state. Unless I send a large army north to try and deal with it, which I will. But it'll be unlikely it's going to work. However, I've now got 2 of my cities making nothing but units. Soon to be 3. And I can move some salt in a bit just to really power them through. I'm just working on engineering. We can pivot into wheel in order to get chariots before I go mathematics. I think that would help. They're a little bit more powerful, a little bit more movable. Although hoplites do have stronger strength. Look, they only took 11 damage from that archer. That is a strong unit. Oh, Nalanda. I really do want Nalanda though. Terrible. Terrible. I'm being made to choose between my favorite things and that's unfair. Xenia. I'm gonna get rid of the influence per turn. No, I don't. I don't want to do that. That's actually really handy. I'm gonna get rid of this 12 food per turn and we're gonna pop in infantry and ranged unit production just to make sure we're getting as much out of this as possible. Oh yeah, look at that. 18 combat strength. That's the bonus we're currently getting from the hoplites. Just remember that sort of bonus for later because my lord, that is a big bonus. Keep attacking. I mean, yeah, we're just flattening the archers at the moment. Salty Tech is holding. Our troops are just far too powerful. So we'll push back out in a second. If I got more of a navy, you know, I could actually go and attack these settlements and steal them. Oh, can I resist? No, actually, Nalanda might already be built. It's not. It just has to be on planes. Ooh. Do I have any planes? I do. 14 turns on that one. 14 turns. Ekabear, why do you have to taunt me with the possibility of building Nalanda, but so slowly? It's worth so much science. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go. 13 turns isn't too bad. If I get into a celebration, that should go down even further. Now we're going to go for entertainment, for the settlement limit, and for the happiness. Okay, now we can do this quicker. So we can add support, and it's much cheaper. We can add support, and we can add support. It's just so important that I gain the support of this city-state as soon as I can. Look, I just spent it all. 6 per turn. We should get that really quickly. Extra combat strength. Wonders of the ancient world. Weiyang Palace has been finished. Extra influence. It's just really good for the city-state build. It is a pleasure to see it in action. Now, as you can see, my galleys have done a pretty good job at just defending this city-state. We'll keep trying, keep pushing where we can, really try and get in here. I'm even building Logios. What does Plato do? Give the city culture % equal to 50% of its influence. We've done this already once. Nice. Okay, there you go. More yields. I mean, honestly, I'll take these little yields, these lodgios. They're fun. They're a bit different. For points, I need to either conquer 2 settlements or settle 2. Actually, we're about to settle one, so that'll be easy enough to do. Silk Road should be fine. It's just Great Library. We just need to keep building the science as much as we can. The battle for Salty Tech. Part 2. In this part, all the archers have been left very attackable. We like this part. This part is fun. Wow, you have a lot of generals. You don't need this many generals. We can deal with some of these for you. This is just trimming down on your wage bill. You should be grateful for this. So efficient. Okay, the villa gives influence and it also unlocks the chariot. I've got to do that quickly. Then we'll go for the academies. +5 production on a blacksmith. In it goes. That's sped Nalanda up just a smidge. Oh, Nalanda got built. Okay. It's not super important. Let's throw that into making another Parthenon and Odeon. Could get a 4-turn Oracle, you know? Okay, that is quite tempting. We'll do that. Aristotle. Activated an academy to add 4 culture. Well, we don't have one of those, but we will eventually. Okay, the fighting over here is going well. Enemy troops were so scattered, we've been able to just sort of divide and conquer. Getting good experience from attacking scouts as well. Which feels a bit unfair, but at the same time, I'm doing it anyway because it's hilarious. Friedrich only has 2 settlements. They are just scattered to the islands ever since I took Rome. Yeah, they've had nothing. Attacking me was like a bad move for them. Although you've just settled too close to me. Puteoli, oh my goodness, I was just about to settle that. That is ridiculous. Why would you do that? Well, it's given me more influence, but that is absolutely hilarious. Sometimes I swear this game just does these sort of things to make you go, why? Why would you do that? The game's like, because I can. Oh, that scout was about to die, but I've just befriended this city on the last minute. Oh, for you. Okay, Pachacuti will make peace. I don't want to be fighting too many people at once. I don't want any of his settlements, so we'll take that as soon as we can. That's lovely. Don't try and fight too many people at once. Prioritize where you can. General Waffles, go and find this last settlement. Friedrich cannot be trusted. He must be removed from this game. He keeps attacking me. Oh no, it's the plague. -4 gold in science buildings is pretty painful, but it's better than the altars, so we'll take that for now. But we need to keep an eye out for terrible repercussions such as that. Specialists are still working well though. That puts us to 102. I'm gonna just take some more culture for a few turns now. We don't need this anymore. The influence per turn is less important, so we can just do things that give everyone abilities. 12 gold. Excellent. 12 food. Excellent. 10 gold. Perfect. Just stats. Oh, the city-state is gonna get killed before I can get to it. We gotta rush. Maybe we can get there. You're gonna give me Puteoli for peace. I feel like I need to take it. Like I feel bad otherwise, but you know, maybe I should take it. Aquilia though, that does fall. There's nothing you can do to stop that. We've gone 1 over my settlement limit doing that. We will just get +1 now. I just don't know. I feel like leaving Friedrich in this game is just gonna invite trouble for me later. Do you know what I mean? Like I just feel like he just can't be trusted to be chill. And if you can't be trusted to be chill, then what's the point? So we're gonna just try and wipe him out and end the age that way. Oracle, I built it as Greece. It's a whole thing. You get 20 culture every time there is a narrative event. I cannot tell you how unremarkable that is, but it is unremarkable. Okay, 14 extra happiness though just stops the worst of the unhappiness around. There is a couple of little conquered unhappy settlements. Never mind. +1 hoplite here. 2 turns, we can take another city-state. That will massively help as well. The Oracle belongs to all of Greece. Sure, if you say so. Next up, philosophy. I would quite like Angkor Wat. That is an amazingly useful wonder into the late game, especially if you're going for enlightenment. Maybe we can pick that up. I don't know. Colosseum now being built, seeing as Rome is being destroyed. I can't think by who. By me. We'll get Colosseum down. Yeah, my settlements are doing nicely. I'm starting to build villas now for the extra influence and the extra happiness. And the army is heading to Puteoli. Shouldn't take too long to get here. I've got enough galleys on the way. Enough units on the way. Should be able to take them on. He's not even trying to defend Capo. He's just like, sure. All right, if you have to, Ursa, take it. Take it on. I almost feel bad. I don't quite feel bad, but I almost feel bad. Look at this though. +20 combat strength strength in antiquity. That's with a -4. I'm proud of that. So there is no other way now of gaining any settlement limit. Anything I do now is I'm just going to have to deal with for the rest of the age. Not that it is going to stop me in any way. But, oh, I've done that in the wrong order. Okay, I always forget the galley can't move in if you kill the settler. I mean, that's heartbreaking. Like the settler appearing as like the last defense. No, please don't do it. And I'm thinking, oh, but it's so easy. I want to just kill you. Can I just move in with General Waffles? I can. And Hawaii is unlocked. Oh, that is so tempting. Any game with Hawaii is a fun game. Now, all of these are going to be kept because they're all islands on the same continent. You can see everything is actually still connected. We're really managing the connections well. That'll help in exploration. And Waffles now has order. +5 combat strength. That'll be really nice in exploration as well. Starting to build markets though, just to make sure we have the last space needed to get those last few points of Silk Roads. It's very close. Between Silk Roads and knocking Friedrich out of the game, which we should do in a few turns, I'm hoping that'll end the age before my unhappiness and the plague kills me too quickly. Right, Harriet, please, please, peace. Yeah, she's going to take peace, which is good because this actually means that my city-states are safe. The source of my power. Oh, speaking of the source of my power, I have more flatbow. I could get the hill fort for more production into exploration. Actually, that'll give me the longer-term bonus. Let's do that. And citizenship hill forts. I don't have them in every city, but the cities I do have them in are very good. Bam, another market. More resources needed. Why? Are you not? Okay, oh, Fnickerman isn't currently linked. It needs a port. Okay, that's fine. That's an easy fix. That's a very easy fix. Large army. I'll lose 4 units from the age ends. Oh, that's not good. Maybe I should actually work on a commander rather than Colosseum, although Colosseum's fun. The last one. Strike. Don't let them win. Remove them from the game. We're 80% now. The crisis grows a little stronger, but look, -15 healing on all units, but extra food. I can take that. And less growth in cities. Fine. It's the end of the age. I get my money back. Look at the money. Oh, yes, that's good money. 10 turns for an army commander. Wow, that is so expensive. Oh no, the plague. Salty attack is on fire. That's not good at all. We just gotta deal with it. I don't think there's anything you can do about it, is there? No. One more market. We're so close. We've got the space now. Oh no, but Rome has lost all of its stuff. Ah, we may not even get Silk Roads now. We just need to let the plague pass. If the plague passes, all is well. How bad could it be? Oh, somebody just completed Great Library. Wow, that was Tubman, I think. Oh no, she just got 1 point in it. Yeah, no, I'm doing well on points compared to everybody else. It's the Silk Roads. That's the problem right now. But this will help a lot. Attack, attack, attack. Walls are down. Next turn we strike. 21 culture, 3 for every city-state with Suzerainov. Up to 233 culture. Lovely. Oh no, the plague's moving up. That one wasn't so bad, but if it gets to my cities, that might be a problem. I say might as if there is a chance, but it won't be. It will absolutely be a problem. 1 merchant. Up you go. I need some resources, but I can pop in my cities. Choctaw will do. You are close enough. Thank you. Oh, that's another one. You're not in the trade network, apparently, but that is another one. Okay, that's good. How many turns? 3 turns until I can build a port there. So actually, that will sort itself out. So there are options. The longer the age goes on, the more options I have. It's not like infinite options, but it is something. Activate on Acropolis to grant 75 influence. Nice. Hey, that's handy. Well, we now attack. Attack, attack, attack. Come on, come on. Get the kill. Get the final kill. And it's done. Friedrich is out. Please let it finish the age. Please let it finish the age. 98%. Come now. Don't tease me so. Okay, but that's decent. You are in the trade network there because there's a road. I'm going to settle here as well. Unlocking Inca, which is really funny. 22 food in the town on turn 1, which is brilliant. And wild game in there. That's even more resources are available. What are we up to now? 16. 16. We can get higher. No, everyone hates me for that. To that I say tough. Stupa's been built. Colosseum got grabbed though. That could be one of the last hurrahs of the age. Just building some stuff in my new settlement inappropriately just to pick up more resources so I can immediately pile them in. I am doing this. We are getting there as quick as we can. Uh-oh, minor outbreaks here. Age is also over. Is there anything we can do before the end? Oh, the migrant hasn't got time to escape. I think the answer to this is likely to be maybe or no. Although I do now have that as a trade route, which gives me 2 more resources, which puts me on 19. Oh, come on, Ursa. You can figure something out. There's got to be something you can do. Come on, any settlement that hasn't had something improved. I can't see anything. There's nothing. And that's insane, but there is actually nothing that can be applied. No, even the limestone doesn't get applied. It's Salty Tech being plagued has actually stopped me from doing anything, unless Nimble has something. No, I don't think it does. One more turn and we might have something. One more turn and we might have something. It just depends on if the game is going to end now or next turn. Sometimes you get lucky. It depends on where the end of the age falls. We get the extra turn. Okay, we get the extra turn. It's because I think the age ended on the rollover, not actually in my turn. And because of that, we have just a little bit more fun. So deep fried lasagna, get the brickyard. This is just such a messy city for doing this. Now we can grow the town, pick up the jade, pop the jade in, Silk Road done. We don't get the science, unfortunately, but that is still 9 points. We could even go for a scientific dark age. That's hilarious considering I had 100 science. It feels like too much, but there you go. We have seen but a small flex of Tecumseh's power. That's 6 city-states we had, providing 12 food and 12 production to every settlement. 120 food, 120 production across the 10 settlements, and this is just the beginning. Shawnee gives us more options, 16 Pax Imperiatoria points. Oh, dear audience, just you wait. Something rather silly will happen in the later stages of this match. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind liking the video, that would be amazing. See you next time. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Clibben Thurdas, Poppy Dude, The Nickerman, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Toon General, Kappa Yobby Virani, The Uncivil Engineer, Radiatore, Debo91, Mushkin Mandeltort, Pete, Dan Jamo, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Teddy's Ursa, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Deja Vu, Kovawoo, Legally Trash, Sorted Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia, Bob Tway, Abstract Fun, Slither Alley, JB Genius, Arctic Fox, Eggshark, Bookaluk79. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!